never ever invest into anon projects. You want people doxxed. You want doxxed founders, people that can be held accountable if something goes wrong. That's a huge thing for me. And of course, some people are like, but that's the point of crypto. Pseudonymous shit is like embedded in the crypto culture. We just wouldn't fuck with it because it's too dangerous. And when people are pseudonymous, it's actually a good way for them to avoid legal liability when things go wrong and to avoid reputational liability. Because if you don't know who they are, if they don't have a reputation of making good, solid projects, if they don't give a shit about losing whatever reputation they currently have because they could just start up another pseudonymous profile, that's a huge red flag. There's not enough, incentive for them to be, appropriate with your funds. There's already minimal incentive for people that are, doxxed to be appropriate with your funds. If they're pseudonymous or anonymous, there's almost none. Like they can do whatever they want. They could be a North Korean honeypot or whatever. Like it could be anything. So that's like my first thoughts. And then I guess like my other one is when you're ever making like decent money on a small project, on any sort of like non-blue chip project, take profit. Like immediately. As soon as you think, should I take profit? Take profit. At least some. That's always my thoughts. It doesn't have to be 100%, but maybe it should be like 50%. Maybe you should take half off the table. And that's, that's generally my thoughts is like aggressive profit taking. As soon as the thought is in your mind, take some and never invest in anonymous projects. Those are my two thoughts.
Yeah, those are pretty great, man. Just to like piggyback on both of those. And know what else? Our two worst purchases / the two purchases we lost the most money on was paying developers and a marketing agency who we never saw their face on a call.
Yep.
Because like, man, think about it. Isaac, we've been doing these calls. We never have our cameras off. And even when I'm talking to people who I just met, I always keep my camera on because I'm not trying to hide anything. The only reason I would keep my camera off is because I didn't want them to know something about me or have like something on me. Because it's not like as soon as you turn on your camera, your address is showing. Like they can't figure out where you are. So it's like a
100%.
general rule. A general rule for me is that like, if I don't see your face, I'm not buying from you or investing into you, like you said. Second thing, because it's just like, man, everyone has egos, and it's like if you're building something that you believe on, you're gonna want the credit for it, or at least want your people to get the credit for it. One of the two. It's gonna want people to not know who you are, unless you're building something like Bitcoin and you're trying to like be a part of the future, and that's a whole nother thing. You get what
Bitcoin's in a category of its own because it started everything. So
exactly.